Bruce Garrioch, Wayne Scanlan for Postmedia here at the Canadian Tire Centre. The Senators just wrapped up a 45-minute skate here in advance of tomorrow night's game against the Montreal Canadiens. Wayne, Senators are coming off a 5-4 win over the Toronto Maple Leafs, but they've got to clean up their act against the Montreal Canadiens if they're going to have success. And they've done a lot of work on that in the last couple of days.
Yeah, I think especially defensive zone coverage, Bruce, giving up 38 shots against a team like Toronto. Exciting team, young team, fast team, but a team that's not expected to contend for a playoff position. Montreal is expected to be a contender, so I think a much bigger test tomorrow night.
Well, a big test, but there's no Carey Price in net for the Montreal Canadiens. This flu has now gone on. Tomorrow, I guess tomorrow will be a week. He left the team on Sunday. You got to start wondering when exactly he's going to get back. And I guess the other part of that is, what kind of test are the Montreal Canadiens without Carey Price?
Well, you know, Al Montoyo had a pretty good start in Buffalo, but, you know, again, that's the Buffalo Sabres, and they didn't really bring much. So we saw last year, without Carey Price, this is not the same team. There's a lot of flu that's run through that room, and I guess he's got it, and it's really lingering. There's been some issue with his medication, apparently, getting the antibiotics right. So, you know, I think it could be another few days to a week before we see him in action.
You know, one of the surprising decisions for me is that Thomas Chabot, the young defenseman, will not suit up against the Habs. To me, you can't leave a young player like that sitting around very long, and it doesn't sound like that will be the situation with Chabot. But do you think you have to get him in there and maybe see what you've got?
I would have liked to have seen him play the opener. This is a coach that's talked about using 7 defensemen. Here's your 7th defenseman sitting around here. I agree with you, Bruce. I think he's got to play soon or get back to junior, because he's a young kid, needs to play.
Craig Anderson starts in net for the Senators tomorrow night. Andrew Hammond will play one of the next 3 games. I think that Anderson has got to be better than he was against the Leafs.
Yeah, although I like the way he came up big when he needed to. If they'd given up one of those power play goals in the second period, they would have lost that game. He was pretty solid. He was their best penalty killer. They killed off 4 power play advantages to the Leafs. That was a big difference in the game, and I thought Ottawa had the better Anderson in Game 1.
Well, we don't anticipate any changes tomorrow, but stay tuned to Postmedia's website for all the updates from tomorrow's morning skate. For Postmedia, I'm Bruce Garrioch with Wayne Scanlan.